Hello guys, welcome to my first video on how to make a simple number guessing game in Python. We are going to be using the PyCharm IDE today. I will release another tutorial on how to install PyCharm later. Let's get started. Navigate to File and create a new project. I'm going to name it Number Guessing Game Tutorial. Select Create. Right-click on the folder and select New. Then click on the Python file. I'm going to name it main. Then press enter to create the file. First, we want to import the random module. It already comes by default with Python, so we don't need to install it. We need this module as we need to select a random number from 1 to 10. Next, we want to create a variable called guesses. This is how many guesses the player will get before they lose the game. We are going to assign the number 3 to it, meaning its value is 3 or 3 guesses. After that, we are going to create another variable, but this time to store the random number. Basically, random.randin110 is getting a random number from 1 to 10 including 1 and 10. The next part is slightly confusing, but don't worry, I will go through them. We first want to create a while loop. A while loop loops through the code below until a certain requirement is met. So while the number of guesses is greater than 0, then do the code below. Now for the logic part of the code to determine the winner. I'm going to get player input from the player first and assign the input to a variable called choice. We will use this to check whether the player's guess is correct. Then, using an if statement, I want to check if the choice is equal to the number. Remember, the number is the variable we stored the random number in. I also want to quit the program after this because the player has won. So, I use the quit function to end the program. Then, I will use two elif statements to check whether the player's choice is bigger or smaller than the number, print the appropriate statements, and minus the guesses. Finally, when guesses are equal to 0, it means the player has lost and I want to print a losing statement and the correct number in the console. Now let's try this out. As you can see, it works perfectly. I will put a link in the description to my GitHub page where you can download the project. Until next time, cheers!